Kazakhstan and Vietnam have shared more than 3 decades of diplomatic ties. Over these years, the relationship has grown stronger, backed by a robust legal framework that now includes more than 50 agreements across government and agency levels. Hanoi has become one of Astana's most important trade partners in Southeast Asia. But beyond the numbers, what's driving this partnership forward? And where is it headed next? Balzhan Smigulina takes a closer look.
Vietnam's rapid economic rise and growing diplomatic influence have made it impossible for the world to look away. Once seen as an international player, the Socialist Republic of Vietnam is now recognized as a rising middle power, one whose voice matters on the global stage. Its progress has earned it the title of a new Asian tiger. This year marks a crucial chapter in Kazakh-Vietnamese relations as both nations navigate an increasingly complex international landscape with a shared commitment to deeper cooperation.
Kazakhstan is Vietnam's main gateway to the Central Asian region and the Eurasian Economic Union, which is why Hanoi places special importance on ties with Astana. Strengthening cooperation opens the door for Vietnam to expand its economic reach across the whole region. With our country's rich raw materials, like iron and other various metals, playing a key role in empowering Vietnam's growing tech manufacturing sector, the partnership is increasingly strategic.
While political dialogue between Kazakhstan and Vietnam has always been marked by high intensity, economic cooperation still falls short of its full potential. Trade between the two countries totaled nearly $860 million in 2024, a 12.3% drop from the previous year, according to Kazakhstan's Ministry of Trade and Integration. This dip underscores a key challenge for what's known as the nation's comprehensive strategic partnership. Thus, moving forward, experts say both sides will need to work together not only to reinvigorate trade, but to unlock the full potential of their bilateral cooperation.
Primarily, we export semi-finished products, raw materials, zinc, lead and copper, all in large quantities. In return, we import consumer electronics and processed goods. Vietnam has a well-developed sector in this area. During the last state visit of our president, we had the opportunity to visit their industrial zones. Honestly, we were really impressed. They've developed their own manufacturing base, and the conditions are excellent. There's a lot we can learn from them.
In August 2023, President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev visited Hanoi at the invitation of President Van Thuong. One of the key outcomes of that visit was the introduction of a visa-free regime between the two countries, allowing tourists to travel for up to 30 days without a visa. This has already had a positive impact, boosting both business and tourism exchanges. And starting from June 4th, there will be a new direct flight between Almaty and Da Nang, bringing the total number of weekly flights between Kazakhstan and Vietnam to 34. And while more Kazakh tourists are expected to visit Vietnam, Astana also suggests that Hanoi could be interested in exploring Kazakhstan's own resorts.
The development of tourist routes in Kazakhstan is also helping to strengthen bilateral ties. It's driving interest in cities like Astana, Almaty, the southern region of Turkestan, and other key tourist destinations. As a result, Kazakhstan could become an attractive destination not only for visitors from Vietnam, but for travelers from across Southeast Asia.
Vietnam has an open economy, actively exporting its products to global markets. The country continues to attract foreign direct investment and is a part of 17 direct trade agreements. In light of the ongoing US-China trade tensions, many Western, Japanese and South Korean companies are shifting their manufacturing away from China to other countries, and more known as the China Plus One strategy. With its strategic location and affordable labor, Vietnam is quickly becoming a go-to destination for those relocations, not only in light industry but also in electronic manufacturing. As Balzhan Auken, an expert on Asian studies, says, this trend presents an opportunity for Kazakhstan as well. With its growing infrastructure, skilled workforce and strategic positioning, it could also become an attractive hub for companies looking to diversify its economy.
The partnership between Kazakhstan and Vietnam could also influence the broader dynamics of Kazakhstan's cooperation with China, since most routes to Southeast Asian countries pass through Chinese territory. Strengthening ties with Vietnam carries strategic weight. This collaboration could support the development of not only Kazakh-Vietnamese relations, but also Kazakhstan's engagement with the entire region.
However, a central pillar of Vietnam foreign policy over the past several decades has remained its declared commitment to a multi-vector approach. Rather than aligning with any one bloc, Vietnam has built a broad web of economic and security ties, partnering across Asia, the West and beyond. This gives the country strategic flexibility in an increasingly polarized world. And here's where the story turns towards Central Asia. Kazakhstan too has embraced a balanced multi-vector policy, striking its own path through a complex geopolitical landscape. This shared vision of cooperation can be the cornerstone of a deeper, more meaningful alliance between the two nations in the coming future. Baljan Samigulina, New Time.